Hi, this is Ted Rogers on History by the Plate. One of the transformational moments for me, well, for both my wife and I, in cooking happened, oddly enough, when we were missionaries down in Argentina. We had been working with this delightful young lady who was our translator as we were working in one of the veches, one of the slum areas just outside of Buenos Aires. And as we were coming to the end of our term there and getting ready to leave, her mother had noticed that her daughter, this young lady who'd been working with us and was such a delight, had a newfound purpose in life, and she was very thankful. Frankly, we really hadn't done anything. She had found her purpose in life herself, but her mother was very, very grateful and wanted to have Glenda and I over for breakfast before we left. So the day before we left, we went out to the Vecha where this lady lived, and we went up to this cinder block house that had just sheets in the holes where the windows were and a sheet where the door was. Now, this was midsummer here, so that meant it was midwinter in Argentina. It may have been 25, 30 degrees, but that was tops. And as the wind would blow, these sheets would billow in and out. So there was virtually no insulation value in this house. We came in, you went to the door, and what you do there in Argentina, instead of knocking on the door, you clap. And this delightful little old lady came out, this wonderful woman's mother came out, invited us into her house, and everything was in perfect order as we came into the house. And we looked around, and there wasn't much there. There was a kerosene stove off in the corner. There was a sink, so she did have indoor plumbing. But what there also was a table spread out with the most amazing pastries that I think I've ever seen. There were butter croissants, there were roulades, there were pastries that were stuffed with this amazing homemade Dulce de Leche. And as Glenda and I had the opportunity to sit down with this lady and partake of this incredible feast that she had been working on since 2 o'clock that morning, one of the things that we both talked about afterwards was that for the first time, really, you could taste, in both of our lives anyway, we could taste that the main ingredient in that meal was love. And that was something that has stuck with us both from then on. Now, also what stuck with us a little bit was that wonderful Dulce de Leche. And that's something we don't see here in the States very often, but it is this delightful sweet cream sauce that is so utterly tasty and so easy to make. It's very hard to find, but it's so easy to make. So today I'm going to show you how to make it here on History by the Plate. So making this delightful homemade Dulce de Leche in your own kitchen is so easy. What I have here is a pan of water and 2 cans of sweetened condensed milk. I'm going to put them into the can of water on their sides because you want them to be able to roll around a little bit. So we've got them both in there, and notice that they're both completely covered. So what I'm going to do now is turn the burner on, and I'm going to turn it on to high. Let's see, make sure that that's situated across the flame evenly, and it is. So we're going to turn that on to high, and when it comes to a boil, I'm going to lower it down to a simmer. And I'm going to let it simmer then for 3 hours. Now, it's important that you keep the cans covered with water. So you're going to need to add water every now and then to the pan to keep this process going. And from time to time, you're going to need to nudge them around a little bit so that they roll, so that the heating is even throughout. Now, if you placed the cans upright instead of on their side, as it started to boil, the cans would start to bounce around, and frankly, that just kind of makes an annoying noise that I don't need in my life. So, what we're going to do then is just let it come to a boil, then I'm going to lower it to a simmer, and we'll be back. Okay, so 3 hours has gone by, actually a little bit more than 3 hours, because when these cans come out of that water, not only are they hot, but they retain their heat. So it's been probably actually more like 4 hours. I've loosened up the lid with a can opener. And oh yeah, that is what it is all about. That is the good love. Dulce de Leche, just like from Veja Escosa, Buenos Aires. Life is good. Now, what we're going to do, what we're going to do with this on Sunday, for Sunday brunch, I'm going to pipe this into a couple of hot butter croissants for Glenda and I for our, part of our Sunday brunch. But tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to warm this back up, take a couple of scoops of High Road Vanilla Fleur de Sel ice cream. My friend Keith Schroeder makes it. His company, High Road Ice Cream, makes, in my opinion, one of the best ice creams in the world. And we're going to top that ice cream with the Dulce de Leche to make some nice hot sundaes. So I hope this is helpful. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you take the time to do it. Dulce de Leche, cooking with love, just like our time in Argentina. Bon appetit.